Hi everyone, welcome to the Fashion Experiment. It's Dr. Bridget, your professor of all things fashion, and today I'm back with another video. Today I'll be sharing on color trends for spring summer 2023. So up to this point, I've shared details about the major themes for spring summer 2023. And you need to go back and check those out on my channel, Soulless, Design Wise, and Full Spectrum. And today we're going to get into the color trends for the season. And the trends are directly linked to the major themes, and you'll see them evolve this season. The forecasting company WGSN created color palettes, and they always create color palettes, but the color palettes really stood out as the major idea in regards to color. And while there are, single colors that are standout colors, color palettes really took center stage, and I'll share that soon. So this slide just speaks to some of the trends that really stood out in regards to color. So number one, they're numbered here, but the one that I want to speak about specifically is neutrals. There are lots of neutral colors, like all those tan shades and cream colors, like all the variations of neutral shades are standout for spring summer. Okay, and that is not typical, just like we saw in previous seasons with the pastel colors and very earth tone colors. That is still present in spring summer, with neutrals taking the lead, in that earth tony category. Also, I want to highlight black and white, contrasting these colors is really big for spring summer. Also not typical for spring summer season. And then all the other colors that are relevant for spring summer are colors that we would expect to see in warmer weather in the summertime. The bright colors, vibrant colors, colors that we associate with the season. Okay, so let's get started. So here's the first palette, pastel comfort. So pastels were trending, are trending, and will continue to trend. The digital lavender was the color for 2023, and you're going to continue to see that color run through spring summer 23, and I'll talk more about those colors. So the next color palette, and the one after this also in bloom, you're going to see now us taking the pastel color palette and creating different palettes that speak to each of the major themes. Okay, and this is, like I had spoken about previously, what I saw presented in the way of color trends, these color palettes. So the idea of not just focusing on one color, but focusing on the color category. Okay, so the neutral color palette, the pastel color palette, the typical bright color palette. Like, grab a hold of a group of colors collectively to wear and choose to wear for spring summer is what you're going to see. And there were a wide variety of color palettes that just spoke to pastels and brights. Okay, they called them hyper brights, and just different interpretations, but it was the same color palette, just inspired by different ideas, different themes and trends. Okay, but it's all brights and pastels mixed together. So that's what these couple set of slides speak to. And again, it's what we would typically see in spring summer. It's just the fact that we're connecting the colors to a particular look. Okay, and then moving away from the pastels and the brights, now to the neutrals and earth tones. So this is the next group of colors that are trending, the palettes speak to nature, speaks to reconnecting as we're on this path, consumers seeking out our place in the world, seeking the peace, the goodness, the positivity, and that is interpreted in different ways. But this particular color palette, the neutrals and the earth tones, is related to being authentic, and seeking out looks that speak so specifically directly to the individual. That is a crafty, one-of-a-kind, homemade look. Like, that's the look that you're going for, which I previously spoke about in the soul space theme, seeking solace. I also discussed it in regards to design wise, so just understand that that's what these colors are related to, and that's how you're going to see them show up as I continue to progress deeper into spring summer trends and present actual looks and garments. You're going to see the earth tones and the neutrals connecting to the crafty chic look, the boho chic look. All right, and then this is the next, nature to craft, what I just spoke about. So again, it's very specific color ideas, and then those color ideas connect to specific looks. And as I continue to share, you're going to see it directly connect, because that is the way the forecasting company, the industry for this particular season has created the color trends. All right. And then next is sunset sensuality. This is another like idea that connects to the feminine, flirty, sexual side of men and women, that is evolving also into spring summer. There's like a lot of looks related to vacationing and festival wear, and kind of like the party look, and that's what the sensual color palette is speaking to. So warmer colors that are still in the brights category, that's specifically related to sensuality, right? And now we're getting into specific colors that are popular for the season. But like I said, the season is driven by palettes. It's driven by palettes. So luscious red, nice, bright, bold colors that will be paired with the hyper pink. Hyper pink was popular in fall, winter. It's very popular again in spring, summer, just brights. And the bright color palettes speak directly to that full spectrum major theme, just being bold and standing out with your look. And then next is tranquil blue. This color was not very visible in fall, winter. And you see how it's like almost like a periwinkle, and it's like a, I'm saying that it is inspired by the digital lavender, because while digital lavender is the standout color for 2023, it didn't really show up a whole lot. Okay, it showed up in an impactful way, which is why it was deemed the color for the year. But as we see trends trickling down to the masses and spreading, you know, across different consumer groups, the purple is there, but it's not like dominant. Okay, so this periwinkle or tranquil blue is like another way to interpret this purple shade. Is what I want to share and present, and which is why it's going to be popular for spring summer. It's like lavender is lavender. It did what it did. It didn't take off as great. Let's try another color in the same family, is what this tranquil blue is doing. Okay, just want to share that. Pretty in pink, 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 pink. Everything pink everywhere. Pink was popular fall, winter, very strongly represented and present for spring, summer. Pink, lots of different shades. And then the green evolution, the green color is very popular also for fall, winter in a variety of different shades and hues, and that's why it's called a green evolution, because now we're going to move out of maybe darker shades of green to brighter shades of green, and more muted pastel shades of green. You're just going to see lots of green for fall, winter, spring, summer, excuse me, trending. And then here's the neutrals. Can't say any more about the neutrals. Neutrals has its own palette, its own category. Very popular for spring, summer. And then sunset shades is coming off of the neutral. So you're going to see like a progression. And you choose, you're the consumer, you choose, but just this is how it's presented. So neutrals in its own category. Okay, so the typical tans, creams, neutrals. Okay, and then connecting the neutrals now to the warmer colors, we evolve into the earth tones, which I already talked about, like the nature and the craft, and then connect the neutrals to warmer tones like the gold, the burnt orange. These brown tones are directly related to fall, winter, what is trending now. So it's a progression, and that's what this is. You're just building on what we've already established, and you're going to continue to see it in spring, summer, what is right now trending in fall, winter. That's what this speaks to. Dopamine brights, hyper brights, bright, 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 everything bright. Colors for spring, summer is trending. It has its own category. I started with pastels and bright colors, and then you see it again. Brights, I want to say brights are almost going to take over, but not really. I say take over because they're such strong hues and shades of color. Like, you can't not miss the brights, but that doesn't mean the other colors, again, the neutrals and the earth tones, are not going to be as dominant, but brights are everywhere for spring, summer. And so are black and white. The contrasting colors of black and white together, very popular. You're going to see this show up in graphics and prints also. The checkerboard, black and white, and other graphics and prints with black and white. Very popular for spring, summer. Okay, so this brings me to the end. Please be sure to check out other videos on my channel. I will be back soon with more videos. Bye, everyone.